Hello everyone, I'm Nate and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the newest mini yo-yo from Squared YoYos, one of my sponsors, and this is the Mini Covey, or Covenant. So obviously it came from a larger, bigger brother, but we're going to talk about the Mini. First off, I really like mini yo-yos. They're just kind of fun. Yes, there is sort of a novelty aspect to mini yo-yos. Now, when I'm talking about mini, I'm not talking about just undersize. I'm talking about like just a little bit step further, right? Now, I don't know. You might consider this sort of an undersize, possibly, but because it is, I don't know. It's because it is actually quite a bit smaller than the original. I'm going to call it a mini just for the sake of it. All right, so we're not going to do a ton of comparison. I do have it in my pocket, but just kind of so you know, it kind of fits perfectly right in the middle there. It almost kind of sits almost exactly inside of it. As far as the width though is concerned, compared to the original Covey, it's actually almost as wide. Well, not almost as wide, but it's not substantially, you know, skinnier or more narrow. It's actually still pretty wide, but just the diameter of it is actually much smaller. So right there, you're going to kind of assume that it's still going to have, like, you know, some decent, you know, stability and all that for, you know, for a mini yo-yo. A lot of times you don't really get that for mini yo-yos. You don't get a lot of stability with a mini yo-yo, and this one, you got that. What I love about the Covey in general is, like, it has a ridiculous amount of rim weight. Now, I'm not sure, like, comparing that to, like, the rest of the catalog in G Squared, it's probably one of the most, at least, heavier feeling. I'm not sure about the actual like dimensions compared to the others. So when I first got the Covey, I was immediately blown away of how much rim weight it really had. And so, you know, when you do that with a mini yo-yo, it's a little bit different, right? And so, you know, it's still got a lot of that rim weight, but it still feels, I don't know, it's interesting. I think what was smart about this yo-yo is it kept it lighter. I think if it was much heavier as far as, like, you know, especially towards the middle or towards the center, it's probably going to feel more like rock solid. Now, it doesn't have as much, but I feel like most mini yo-yos have a little bit of that, like, you have to almost be conservative with binds. I don't have that as much, but mainly because I've been playing with it a little bit, but probably first throw, you know, I kind of was maybe a little bit more conservative. You know, I didn't have those kind of throwaway binds. Sometimes with mini yo-yos, especially the lighter ones, it's kind of like, you know, you have a little bit of string left over whenever you go for a bind. I don't feel that on the Mini Covey here. As far as like those spikes and all that, you can still sort of matador with them if you want. You can do, you know, pull starts, you can do what have you with those. Again, this is a very quick look at this yo-yo, but I really like it. You know, we're starting to see some sort of mini versions. We had the Banshee, and now we have the Covey. This is a really solid yo-yo. So definitely check it out if you have an opportunity to. I know there's kind of a limited run of these, so there's not going to be maybe a ton of them out there. But if you like the Covey and you want something completely different that looks a little like it, but really plays like its own yo-yo and definitely kind of breaks the mold as far as miniature yo-yos are concerned, in my opinion, as far as actual playability. Again, I think a lot of that rim weight and just that sweet spot as far as actual overall weight on the scale really makes the Mini Covey really just jive as a really nice yo-yo. Just fun times, good times. You can throw it in your pocket, and it's a great just sort of everyday carry around yo-yo. All right, that's gonna do it for now. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas and all that. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.